You stand with Mizzou. So you stand with Mizzou for the photo op. Put on some black clothing to mask your black identity or maybe to check your white supremacy. You stand with Mizzou. But while you stand with them today, where will you be standing tomorrow? Probably the same place you were standing yesterday, cowering in a corner, hoping that your natural hair and various shades of light and dark complexion don't betray you. Trying hard to fit in, you pretend that the world is colorblind, and you almost believe that it was your ACT scores and good grades that laid the foundation which you now betray, as you portray, at least for the next 60 seconds, that you are down with the movement. So you move to the front row so that everyone on social media can see your commitment because you are in the front row. But you are never on the front line. The fact that you can't distinguish between the two tells me all I need to know about your commitment to and understanding of the movement. But you stand with Mizzou. When Dr. King was not dreaming, he spoke eloquently a message that seemed predestined for you. So I give voice to it now and deliver it for you, hoping that it does not get lost in translation. The ultimate measure of a man is not where he stands in moments of comfort and convenience, but where he stands at times of challenge and controversy. While you stood conveniently in front of a building, comfortable, waiting for the picture to be taken, spirits, souls, hopes, and dreams were being taken, not just at Mizzou, but right in front of you and behind you. Buildings still stand erect in direct opposition to your ancestors, named for those who put whip to their backs, chains to their hands and feet, fire to their homes, unwanted sexual assaults upon their women, fiery crosses in their yards, nooses around their necks, unnecessary obstacles in the path of their success. Yes, while you stand with Mizzou, they are sitting at the table dismissing your concerns as easily as district attorneys dismiss charges against white cops for killing black children. While you stand with Mizzou, I listened but failed to hear your questions about what type of dysfunctional homes poor parents these student protesters must have come from when they used their voice to speak truth to power with a simple yet defiant no. The same no that the 16-year-old girl used, which resulted in her being thrown across a classroom. No, no black t-shirts. No, no nationwide rallies or protests. No, no photo ops for her and the countless other black children who are caught in the school-to-prison pipeline. But you stand with Mizzou, showing your solidarity and displaying some pride. Clenched fists in the air as if you know the true meaning of that single gesture or even believe in what it represents. Would you stand there dressed in black, fists clenched in the air, if the FBI labeled you a terrorist for displaying that gesture? Would you give up your gold medal and be stripped of Olympic fame in exchange for the picture? Would you risk being ostracized and vilified for decades in support of equality and the declaration of black humanity? Would you or could you find your own Peter Norman to stand in solidarity with you? Will the image of you with your raised fist stand the test of time, inspiring more brothers and sisters to put meaning to symbols, purpose to action, hope above fear, raised fist in the air, but you stand with Mizzou? Or is it that you didn't have a class to miss when the picture was being taken? Did you ask your boss's permission before you stood with the students you advise and teach? And if you did ask master's permission first, what type of advice are you qualified to give those who want their freedom? What lessons are you prepared to teach those who are prepared to fight for their independence? Certainly nothing about life and how one should live or strive or reach. You teach. It is better for them to live on their knees rather than die standing on their feet. But you stand with Mizzou. You work with student organizations but have ushered in no campus change. Let me rephrase that. You work with campus clubs because if they were really student organizations, then two things would be true. First, they would serve the students because that is who and what a student organization is for. Second, they would be great at organizing because you can't be an organization if you are not organizing for or against something. But your paycheck is more about enslaving and less about empowering. Your direct deposit is into your bank account. Never have you directly deposited 1 cent of sentiment on the account of any cause other than your own. Your office is for promoting yourself and not for planning anyone's liberation. You promote your title and the status quo with stories and songs about one day we shall overcome. We shall overcome someday. Well, that someday is now, and we shall come over is what the young voices cry as they put forth their demands. This is not about you just taking a stand. It's about you making it known that you are a man and woman. You are black, not blind, or you are a person of good conscience of any hue, that when the drums call, you answer to. But put on your black shirt and some pants. Now in solidarity you stand, your voice taking precedent, and our issue is a privilege this movement is supposed to resolve. Like Tim Wise, you have the freedom to say what I feel without being labeled angry. The powers that be see your lending voice to my issues and count you as intellectually on par with them and fighting for a just cause. Where I stand next to you muted because my voice combined with my complexion makes me dangerous. Yet still I rise, and you stand with Mizzou. With one click of the camera shutter, we are told not to move. Wait, I have to get one more. Thank you very much. Then it's over. The sea of support parts and black faces fade into the background, satisfied that they have done something. Their voices, though silent, were heard loud and clear. We stand with Mizzou. We stand with Mizzou. We stand with Mizzou, but we don't stand for anything on our own campus. In fact, as Malcolm said, we fall for everything. We fail to comprehend the gravity of our situation. We fail to understand on whose backs and shoulders we stand. We fail to understand that more than the money we pay in overpriced tuition, this education has been paid for with the blood, sweat, and tears of the ancestors. So yes, when you look around, you won't see me in the picture. But don't get it twisted. I get the picture. In the end, it's not who you stand with, but what you stand for, what you fight for, what you live, and if need be, what would you kill and die for. So you stand for Mizzou, and I will keep standing for you.